Welcome to the deep dive. So today we're maybe skipping the usual blockbuster trailers, the red carpet stuff.
Yeah.
We're looking at something else that went viral from Bollywood. Surprisingly personal, actually. A star's old college bio. We're diving into the story of Aneet Padda, the breakout star from Sayiyara.
Absolutely. And our mission today really is to unpack why.
Yeah.
Why did her, let's say, unglamorous past hit such a nerve with millions?
Right.
What does her journey tell us about the Indian film industry?
Oh.
And, what about these bigger themes? Authenticity, perseverance. We've looked at, well, everything from Reddit threads, fan reactions, to industry critiques, interviews, trying to get the full picture for you.
Okay, so let's jump right in. The whole thing kicked off with this discovery, right? Aneet Padda's old LinkedIn profile. It just appeared online.
Yeah, it just surfaced. And what made it so striking was how, well, normal it was.
Normal, exactly.
It showed she was doing political science honors, Jesus and Mary College, Delhi University, even listed an HR internship at Visara.
An HR internship.
Right. But the interesting part is she also put down her interest in acting and songwriting right there, alongside the academics.
And that about section,
Yeah.
that really got people talking, didn't it? She wrote pretty passionately about, bridging political awareness and performing arts. Even saying acting helped her understand people better.
Yeah, which she thought was important for, a future in political science or even HR.
It's such an unusual mix.
It really was. It wasn't just like a list of achievements. It felt more like a statement about who she was trying to be back then.
Yeah.
Weaving these different threads together.
And the reaction online, just massive. Right?
Oh, overwhelmingly positive.
Yeah, people were calling her relatable, refreshing, things like someone normal getting into Bollywood.
That phrase came up a lot.
And beauty with brains, real admiration for her, like her smarts and her drive.
Yeah, it really tapped into something. There was this one comment on Reddit, I think, that captured it well. Someone wrote, it was very wise of her to balance college and auditions, not sacrifice one for the other.
That's insightful.
It is. It went on, no matter what happens, you can always fall back on your education.
That specific quote says a lot, doesn't it? About maybe a different kind of ambition, a grounded one.
Exactly. This whole picture, so different from the usual celebrity polish, it didn't just connect with fans. It kind of exposed a vulnerability in Bollywood's usual image control. It showed that maybe real relatability, that groundedness, can actually be more powerful than the manufactured glamour sometimes. It's what audiences seem to be hungry for.
So, okay, that LinkedIn profile gave us this fascinating snapshot of her past. But how did she actually get from being a poli sci student, doing internships, to starring in a hit movie?
Yeah.
Especially, without the family connections.
Right.
I mean, Aneet Padda, she's 22 now. Rising actress, model, from Amritsar, Punjab, born into a middle-class Punjabi Sikh family. Zero film ties.
Yeah, none at all. Her path was really about sheer persistence, auditions, modeling gigs.
She really grounded out.
She did. Her journey started with, TV ads, digital ads. Then she had a small part in Salam Venki back in 2022.
I remember that.
Yeah, but the real breakthrough role was probably Ruhi in that Amazon Prime series from 2024, Big Girls Don't Cry.
Ah, yes.
And interestingly, she also put out her own music track, Masoom, last year, too. So she's got multiple interests.
And then came Sayiyara, Mohit Suri's film, romantic musical, dropped July 18th this year. And it's just been huge.
It really has. I mean, the numbers are quite something. It's heading towards the 300 crore club.
Wow.
Last check, August 3rd, it was at 291.35 crore total collection. And what's interesting, the reviews mention it's, quote, normal storyline and template romance drama screenplay.
So not exactly groundbreaking plot-wise.
Apparently not. But critics and audiences agree. The performances of Aneet and her co-star Ahiran Pandey, that's what really hooked the audiences.
So Sayiyara is definitely one of the biggest surprise hits of 2025. It's cemented Aneet's place, earned her that unofficial national crush title. But, and there's a but, amidst all of the success, she's faced some kind of weirdly specific criticism, hasn't she?
It's true. It's quite noticeable. Certain, let's say, mainstream publications have been disproportionately critical.
How so?
Well, focusing on her character in Sayiyara, accusing the character of being, shallow, lacking independence, basically just existing to support ARN's character.
A passive love interest?
Pretty much. described as lacking real depth or agency. That's the line.
Okay, that is specific. Why does that kind of targeted critique matter? What are people saying?
Well, fans and her supporters, they suspect there's something else going on. They feel the intense scrutiny is because Aneet isn't from a film dynasty. They're calling it biased.
Ah, the nepotism angle.
Exactly. And you look at her co-star, Arun Pandey, he does come from a well-known film family. Ananya Pandey's cousin, right?
Right.
And the point being made is that he hasn't faced the same level or type of harsh critique. Even though, reviewers might say his performance also had room for improvement.
So the contrast is pretty stark then.
It is. And the implication from her supporters is that her success as an outsider is seen as a kind of threat to the carefully guarded status quo.
Challenging the system just by being there and succeeding.
Precisely. She represents talent rising on its own merit.
Yeah.
No legacy, no backing. It's like a direct challenge to the dominance of, well, nepotism in Bollywood. So this selective coverage, this targeted criticism, it really highlights for some people how deep that bias against outsiders can run, how exclusion works.
It adds another layer to her story, definitely. But amidst all that industry stuff, there was also a really lovely human moment recently.
The school tribute, yes.
Yeah, her old school, Springdale Senior School in Amritsar, put together this heartfelt tribute for her. She said it left her completely surprised and emotional.
It sounded incredibly touching. The video had, like, her old teachers, the principal, mentors, even current students, all sharing memories, praising her journey.
Yeah, and Aneet's reaction was just so raw. She said the video gave her the biggest smile, but also tears in her eyes. She said, Dales is where I've grown up, where I've learned how to dream big, where people believed in me long before I even had the courage to believe in myself.
That's powerful.
It really is. And she added this bit. Every time I step onto a set now, there's a part of me that's still that little girl in a Springdale uniform, sitting in class, daydreaming about this exact life.
That connection back to her roots, it's not just sentimental. It feels like an anchor against all the industry noise.
Yeah.
It reinforces that her normal past isn't something to overcome. It's actually the source of her strength, her resilience.
Right.
Especially when you think about what she mentioned, that internal struggle, wanting to be an actor, coming from Amritsar, a Punjabi girl.
Yeah.
When maybe, like she put it, everybody around you tells you that. Are you sure? Like, that's really not for people who are like us, perhaps.
It takes real self-belief to push past that.
It does. Even with her quirky admission about crying easily when she gets angry, it just makes her more human.
It really does. Her whole story feels like such a testament to, well, resilience and just listening to that inner voice, even when the path seems unconventional. So wrapping this up, Aneet Padda, clearly she's more than just the latest star. She's kind of become this symbol, hasn't she?
Yeah, I think so.
A symbol of authenticity, maybe? Academic dedication, raw talent, all pushing against a very established system. And that viral college bio, it wasn't just a random viral moment. It resonated because it gave people a glimpse of someone real, relatable, grounded, behind the usual celebrity shine.
Which really brings us to a final thought, something for you, the listener, to maybe chew on. In this world, just saturated with perfectly curated images, what does Aneet Padda's rise, fueled, ironically, by her normal past, tell us about what actually captivates audiences now?
Good question.
And, what can we take away from her story about pursuing paths that aren't laid out for us? About staying true to ourselves, whatever field we're in.
It definitely makes you think about how authenticity can find a way through, sometimes in the most surprising ways, doesn't it?